Hello, everybody. My name's Chachi. That is Tom. Welcome back to Inner Hubble Opinion. We're gonna go over Week 18 playoffs are set. Just in general, the playoff picture, and then we're gonna get into John Harbaugh was let go. A lot of other coaches too. Resulting from the Week 18 game in which the Ravens lost 26-24. The Packers played, but I mean they really didn't play in their stars. They're kind of getting ready for the playoffs. But we'll just get started with that game because it was a bit of a wild one. It was pretty crazy. Tom, what did you think about the game, and then what happened afterwards? So
Ravens, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So, um, hey, number one, I mean, that was
Happy New Year too. Yeah,
yeah. Happy New Year, guys. Yeah, you allowed to say it like like 7 or 10 days into the year. I don't know.
end of the month.
But
End of the month. That's how it works. 1 month. You get 1 month.
they
Me.
so they with the Packers, or sorry, with the Ravens. What I thought was super fascinating. Number one, Aaron Rodgers still has a little magic in him. I know both quarterbacks played pretty bad until the fourth quarter. I think Aaron, what you see with Aaron is he gets them in the right play. He can, hey, when the radio's out, he's played so long, he knows how to get them into what they need to get into. He did throw some dimes. I think I've said on the show multiple times, he will go down as the greatest thrower of the football of all time, most talented. He's not the GOAT. He's not Tom Brady, Joe Montana, those guys. What I'm saying is the most talented, and no one can argue with it. I've never seen it before. Even in that game at 42, he's doing stuff you're just like, whoa. Dude, Ravens, man, they had it all in front of them, man. They really did. Pittsburgh, their defense is not good. At first they were running the ball all over them, and then Pittsburgh adjusted, and they seemed like they couldn't get the passing game going until Lamar had to be Superman. It's just insane to me. Get the ball to Likely and Flowers. They're your playmakers. Stop throwing it short because that defense is what they're good at. You gotta give Lamar a little time and get down the field. Look what you saw. Like that's what Green Bay did. They started blocking 7-man protections and just killed them. If that was a game though, honestly, I thought Steelers were gonna lose, and that would be a typical Aaron Rodgers loss where he does everything in his power, and then specials or somebody screws it up. I swear. And for Luke to miss that kick, that was insane, man. I'm not gonna lie. Good luck. I think the Ravens should definitely still be in the market for a kicker because, dear Lord, that was like Billy Cundiff style miss, man. I don't know how you feel, Josh. I mean, that was like my golf game, man. That thing was fast.
Yeah, you got to make that kick. I know everyone's like, oh, they could have. Now, and I'm not even hating. I would have ran the ball a couple more times, but you also got to be fair. Henry's been fumbling the ball. Derrick Henry's had a good year and everything, but he has had a perpetuancy to fumble the ball. So that's kind of, I get it. And honestly, it's a 44-yard kick. The guy literally did not miss a kick inside of 50 yards all year, and then he misses that one. It's like,
yeah, I mean, the difference is when the pressure's on, man.
yeah, kickers are kickers, man.
I don't know if he's really ever kicked a pressure kick like that in his life. So.
No, true. And not only that, if you watch the replay, everything was good. It isn't like the ball was snapped bad. It was right there, put down perfectly.
He shanked it, man.
He missed it. Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm on this. It's just like I said, it's like my golf game. Wow.
And Boswell when he missed his, it got tipped. So that's not the same. Everyone kept saying, "Oh no, the guy tipped the ball. He would have made the extra point." So that his wasn't blocked. Luke Luke didn't miss it by like an inch. He shanked it. That was Shankzilla.
I'm telling you, that's when I'm in a narrow fairway and I know I got to hit it straight, and it goes right in the woods.
But to Tom's credit, what he was saying, both quarterbacks, honestly, I don't think they played bad. I just think their game. First off, Pittsburgh was all banged up. I can't they were throwing short passes because who would they throw deep to? MVS, who's really old, and no. Aaron made some good throws, like Tom said, really good throws. He always has had the best arm talent. Tom's right.
Good morning.
That's absolutely true. The Ravens, Lamar again, like Tom said, they got going in the fourth quarter throwing the ball. Still don't know why they got rid of the run game. I know they weren't doing great in the second half, but it's like their strategy was weird. They kept running wide. I don't know what was going on there. Still, you had a chance at the end. Likely makes a great catch there, which is why I do not care. I want to keep this on the record. You paid Mark Andrews, and I think the guy has had 2 catches in like the 5 games or whatever it is that he since the extension. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what they were doing. I don't get their loyalty sometimes of these players that are just okay. Because even in his, and I don't mean to crap on him, but even in his like prime, Mark Andrews did nothing for you in big moments, but you paid him like he's some big like difference maker. I don't get it. Isaiah Likely, I get it. He didn't have a great year, but still, time and time again, when a big spot comes up, he makes the catch. He's played like 5 less playoff games than Mark Andrews and has like 4 more touchdowns. It's insane. I don't know why you would pay him. I don't get
I'll
it.
say this: this is my hypothesis, and it doesn't mean it's right, Josh. But there's something to be said about his leadership, and I have a feeling
His leadership's terrible. The team has no backbone. Like, what does he do?
Well, no, I mean, I think that's where I'm wondering if that was a move because they realized, hey, guess what? Next year is a transition year.
Okay,
Because
I
mean, do you want me to get into my synopsis of like what I think the
well,
whole
let's just go into that.
firing
Bottom
means?
line, I want to give credit to Pittsburgh first and tell them I'm gonna let Tom go. Pittsburgh, you won the game. That's what matters. Now, I will say to everybody, relax. Both these teams suck. I don't think the Ravens, even if they won, were going to beat anybody, especially the Texans, because that is just a god awful matchup for them because the line's terrible and we can't get any pressure. So you're just helping the Texans because now they're playing a team. They would have been playing a team that cannot get any pressure. At least the Steelers can get some pressure on you, you know. But
Yeah, but
also,
you know what, though?
also Tom's
You know what,
right.
though? Aaron's gonna have a hard time on that pass rush.
No,
Green
no,
Bay
I
got
still think
after
no,
him. They got after
I
him.
still think the Texans are going to win this game. I'm just saying they got a better shot. I don't think the Ravens would have even been.
I just hope Aaron doesn't die in this game.
My thing
He's
too.
gotten hit so hard this game, like this past year. I mean, having Metcalf back for them will be big.
Yeah,
That
but
gives
if
him the ability to,
if
he gets
Stingley's
off the ball quick and he can flick that ball out there.
if Stingley's healthy, which I don't know, he can lock him up.
You know what? Metcalf's got fresh legs now. Who knows? Who knows, man? You know what? I'll say this: these games are in Pittsburgh. It's crapshoot, man. You know that.
Oh yeah, with them refs, yeah.
Because there's a bunch of lucky BS that can happen.
Let me stop. It ain't. I'm just not even saying it's because of Pittsburgh guys. I'm saying it's because the refs sometimes decide they want to be the show, and then they call this crap, and it's like.
Dude, the refs are super homers in Pittsburgh, man. I understand from a Ravens standpoint why you guys hate playing there.
Oh,
when Green Bay played there.
Forget.
Like, this is insane. Just the amount of ridiculous calls.
Forget all that. That was the most ridiculously biased broadcast I've ever seen in my life. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, Patrick Mahomes ain't even playing, bro. Why are you bringing him up? I don't. Collinsworth. My God.
I would be pumped if NBC got rid of Chris Collinsworth this year.
It's.
I'm so over the. It's not even like. I think sometimes he tries to do a joke, but I think most of the time he's dead serious.
And I'm not hating.
Also, too, like, I don't know why they're like, to your point, Josh, they're like gobbling all over Rodgers. Like,
Lamar broke.
He's not in his prime. Like, he does good things, yes, but dude, the guy's old and decrepit.
Guys, Lamar broke he's been hurt all year. True. He breaks there's a play literally where nobody blocks 2 people. He breaks through it, throws a 50-yard touchdown. And I heard about it for 2 seconds. I'm like, well, back to gobbling on Pittsburgh. I'm like, guys, what the hell are we doing? Where's the enthusiasm for that play? Was crazy. I thought we were about to get sacked and punt the ball to Ravens. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening?
Oh yeah, it was a top 10 play from the NFL season for sure. When the Ravens needed it, and then Lamar does it again and throws it up to
I don't know what
Likely.
I get. What they were doing. They were Likely made a great catch though. I mean, it was a good throw. He had to throw it high, but. Likely that was.
No, I mean Likely the beast.
That's my point with the extension, though, Tom.
Shitting on him. I gotta say, Ravens fans too. I mean, it wasn't you. It was more. There's a lot of Ravens fans that were shitting on Likely especially at the Pittsburgh catch in the end zone, that was BS. They're like, it's not a touchdown. Dude, Blakely definitely has the best hands on the team.
He does.
And you know what? Time and time again, who is Lamar going to?
That's what I was gonna
It's
say.
him.
So you're not gonna sign him. You every time in a big moment, Lamar is clearly seen like he's like I gotta throw to him because he'll catch it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just,
I'm
I
just
don't think it hurts to have Andrews on the team. Would I pay him that? No, but I don't know, man. The Ravens are.
I'm just saying from the standpoint of I don't get it because I don't think Mark Andrews is gonna hurt you. That's not like a
Well,
thing where you
Josh,
sign
it's
him.
only a 2 year. It's only was a 2 year deal, 3 year deal.
It's 3 years,
Probably two.
33.
Well, it's probably 2 or 1. In reality, look, you could have Rashawn Gary, who hasn't had a sack since like October. Like, all these NFL teams pay people that I don't know what happens when they fall off a cliff. They fall off a cliff.
No, I'm not gonna
I mean, I get
lie.
it.
I want Likely to honestly leave because we don't really use them. We like sit them half the game anyway. So what the hell's the point in keeping them? You're just gonna have them blocking like we do because your line's god awful and you can't block anyone in the middle. I'm, I don't know. Let's get into the offseason of
That's
Tom.
why
Go
they
ahead.
gotta have a 300. That's why they gotta have a 300-pound fullback.
Yeah, we need Filet.
It was a beast.
Yeah. Oh no, you gotta resign Ricard. But go ahead, talk about what you think's gonna happen in the off season. Because guess what, guys, Matt, John Harbaugh got fired. This is on Tuesday, I believe.
Let's just talk about in general. I want to talk about this first with John Harbaugh.
Okay.
It is fascinating to me. So this is what I'm trying to read between the lines.
Okay.
So Bisciotti goes up because I have a feeling Lamar was in his ear, like about Monken. I think the defensive players are frustrated with Orr, and
that one I believe because that defense is.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I honestly think the way they.
As soon as that's the other part. As soon as Hamilton got hurt, you saw what happened. It just fell apart. And Roquan, it looked terrible. I can't. It was missing time.
Yeah.
Good.
So, but
I had a friend call him Agent Zero, and I never laughed so hard in my life. That was pretty funny.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Agent Zero.
That's pretty good.
So what I'll say though with the
Good man.
Yeah. So what? So Harbaugh, he didn't want to get rid of the coordinators. I guarantee you that was a part of the sticking point. I mean, I have a feeling. So I mean, this is what I will say. Mm-hmm. It's interesting when owners get involved like that.
Okay.
I will say I hope that Steve Bisciotti is just not listening to Lamar only. I do think, though, from this standpoint, I was a supporter of it because I think it's just time, right? You can tell. I think Monken came out and said, you can't hear the message in the locker room is not getting clear or whatever. Well, Monken, it gets stale. And when coaches perpetually continue to do the same things over and over that don't equal winning results, it does start to affect folks, right?
Yeah.
What's really interesting, Josh, is when they won the Super Bowl, they had a collective on offense, a collective mind calling the games. I think Caldwell was like the guy that called them, but, they had all different perspectives.
I always thought he was an underrated coach.
It made me wonder, in the NFL, we get in these, especially now these coaches, they get in such silos. Bill Belichick was hands-on everywhere, right? Especially the defense, but
yeah.
I think John just relied too much on those guys to, instead of really understanding and having a collective, build the best.
Well, that's my issue with
build the best offense, build the best defense. But to me, man, this is a separation like Andy Reid and Philly.
Yep.
I think it'll benefit them both.
Yep.
And it's not it sucks right now.
Well, can
18 years is a long time.
Can I say something? And I don't want to sound like a jerk, but this was always my point of contention with John Harbaugh, where I get it. Everybody wants to praise him, and I just think it's really ridiculous how much credit he's been getting this week. How many people want to. I don't think he's a bad coach, Tom. You said Andy Reid. Andy Reid basically runs the offense. Kyle Shanahan runs the offense. Bill Belichick does a lot with the defense. My point with John Harbaugh, I don't get the credit because he's just this culture guy. And even for a culture guy, that you could go back and he got 20 different interviews. Anquan Bolden still says it now. his favorite coach was Jim Harbaugh because he's like they had like a fight with John Harbaugh the year they won the Super Bowl because he's not a that's my thing. The thing he does, we have reports that people clash with him. John Harbaugh is just like I'm gonna do it my way, but what does he really do? He just lets his coordinators coordinate. He's terrible at time management. Always has been bad at time management. I don't care what anyone says. You can go back and look. Calls timeouts at the worst time. I think he's just had very talented teams. I'm not saying he's a terrible coach, but those teams, the team in 2011, 2012, right? The fact that they only won one Super Bowl from like 2010 to then is kind of crazy, and the one you won was kind of lucky. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone can bash me on here. You won a Super Bowl. Why are you complaining? They had to have a Hail Mary work for him where the safety didn't play the ball right.
Dude,
Had injuries
Josh,
happen for
you ain't wrong,
the Patriots.
man.
And then
It's
even in
not like
and then the
that's
thing we're
kind of
talking about him getting fired for in the Super Bowl, I get the lights went out. You didn't adjust in that game. Your defenders, your great defenders, because you had Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, had to figure it out on the field for you. You just sat there and let it happen. I'm sorry. I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he is a really good coach. I wouldn't even go great. I'm sorry. I'll look like a jerk here. I don't care. I've never seen that. He doesn't really do anything. He's not like great at anything. He's just a culture guy. Yet we have all these reports of people beefing with him. I'm like, I don't. What are we doing? Like, I need.
yeah.
I don't see the
I
adjustments.
think Brian Billick was definitely the best Ravens coach ever.
I do. I think so too. Because you know why? He pivoted very quickly, which I commend him for. Offensive guy. He said, "Look, we got to get out of the way over this defense," and that's how they won the first Super Bowl. He just said, "Look, guys, ain't working."
Yeah, they just never were able to really in drafts be in a position to get a legitimate quarterback.
I don't mean to shit
Right.
on him, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that all I'm hearing is all these people like, oh, I can't believe they did that to John Harbaugh, and they never, Tony Dungy, whoever you want on TV, they never can say what he's actually good at. Just like he's a culture guy. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, I culture, what? I okay,
He's there to babysit.
sure. What do you do then? I mean, so we just give you credit. I think people don't realize how loaded those teams were. The one that won last time won the Super Bowl. Go look at the names on that team. That was crazy, especially that defense. Dear God,
Well, Josh, I mean, I remember it was week 16. I watched Denver come into Baltimore
Mhm.
and just whip up on them 41-7.
Yep.
Like, it was awful, dude. It was awful.
Yeah.
And you go, this team ain't any good. It's kind of like the Packers this year. They're so talented, but just they played terrible. And you wonder, like, well, like, that's the thing, like, not to jump too far ahead of the playoffs yet, but that's the thing that I think the only thing that I have any hope for the Packers is they might get on a heater. And if they beat Chicago, that's all it's going to take. And this playoff field is mediocre.
We're gonna get into that in a. We're
The one
gonna get
that the
into
Ravens had, they had to go through a gauntlet to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Packers, man, I'll go to Seattle and play them. They're actually terrible at home.
Yep.
They got home field advantage, and they're not good. And then, shit, I'll take whatever's left.
Well, not only
Like,
that,
be my guest.
yeah,
Like,
you're
let's go.
you're absolutely
But,
right.
like,
They're better on the
But no,
road.
anyways, like, it's just, I think it was just time. The one thing I really I'm very curious about, Josh.
Uh-huh.
You might have been talking about it back and forth. Because, like, it was funny. A lot of colleagues at work, they're like, oh, Miami's going to go hire, what's his face? They're going to go hire Harbaugh. I'm like, no, they're not.
No.
It's like,
No.
So
I think New
do
York
wonder
is.
this,
I think New York's
like,
gonna hire him. I do.
I do wonder if Lamar wants to go to Miami, South Beach. Right? That's where he's from. Look, Stephen Ross has money out the wazoo. He'll figure out how to do it. And honestly, I think it would serve the Ravens good. I just wonder if, like, look, he's a great player, but honestly, Chad, I think you just need to close the book on the Harbaugh chapter and everything, period. Right? Because I will say this. I think the thing you're going to get in trouble with Lamar is his legs. Like, you're at the stage where his legs are starting to give out, and you're seeing the injuries happen. He's still, like, he can still do it. That's not the point. It's just, do you want to constantly take this risk of he's hurt all the time?
Here's
right?
here's my issue with that.
Go get a first round pick And
Here,
you can go get one of these quarterbacks in this draft and start rebuilding.
here's my issue with that. That line is not built for any quarterback right now because you're letting pressure up the middle. You got to address that first. I don't even care about the no matter who you put back there. If you have a line like that, it ain't gonna work. It isn't.
Well, Josh, I wonder if that has to do with scheme, though. I'm
Well,
telling you can scheme an offensive line to play a lot better than what the Ravens do.
well,
Ravens
even if you do
you know,
that, you're gonna have to run more because they're not the guards just aren't good. Like you could just get pressure
exactly, but look what happened in Green Bay, right? They set Falele and those guys up. Like Falele wasn't getting killed in that game because guess what? They let him get off the ball and run. You got this big dude that you're constantly, I feel like at times I think in that Pittsburgh game, dude, when they started getting a lot of pressure again, it's because all they were doing is passing. Like they're like, nope, we're just done running it.
No, I agree. I agree.
Derrick Henry ran for 100 yards. That's all he gets.
But if we have a below average quarterback, which even a rookie, he's not going to be that good right away. They're just gonna they're gonna sell out for the run, and then I mean, what are you gonna do? Your defense ain't the same defense.
Maybe.
They have so many.
Again,
They have so many issues right now. I don't even know.
Come on, look at Joe Flacco when he came in. They had a very creative run offense, but Joe did just enough.
They don't have that defense right now, bro. They can't run the ball and beat anyone with the way they're playing. You're just gonna blow.
All it takes is one off season, man. I'm telling you, I think in the draft they can continue to add pieces. Like if you truly believe in DeCostas, but see, that's the one thing that's so damning from all this.
He doesn't draft well. He doesn't draft well, though. I ain't gonna lie. He has not been very good in the draft.
Well, my point is, yes, you don't let a generational quarterback leave like just for nothing.
I don't think you're wrong. If he dead ass wants,
like Josh, think if Miami's willing to say, sure, I'll take a ton
Tom,
of money.
If he dead ass wants,
give you a first and second rounder.
Tom, if he dead ass wants $75 million, I get it. Then I'd be like, no, we're not doing that, and I let him go. That's fine. I'm 100% with you there because that's just too much money. You can't do that. If he's not willing to take like less money to keep the team like solid, yes, I agree with the trade. But I am not gonna lie. That would be the Ravens. You trade a quarterback that's actually good to just guess one of these and I think this draft class is terrible for quarterbacks. I don't think any of these dudes are gonna be great. I think they'll be okay. And I don't, like I said, I don't know how they're gonna work, and that's what you can never quantify. Like Mendoza, I think's okay, but I don't think he's ever gonna be like even his peak.
His ball placement is awesome. I ain't gonna lie. So with watching that game last night, I would agree with you on this. I don't understand the hype with Moore. I haven't all.
No, he's terrible.
Even when Oregon played Wisconsin this year, dude, anytime there's pressure on his face, Moore just he's a turnover machine. Like he can't even hold. Like, dude, how many times did the ball just slip out of his hands?
No, and I think Mendoza's gonna be a good quarterback. I just don't see even at his peak, I don't think has the ability to be that ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't have a generational player. I think the guy that could be is actually Moore because you see the talent on the first touchdown drive.
No, I agree.
I was like, dang,
I agree.
You see the arm talent with Moore. But it comes between the ears, man.
No,
if you can't do it in
that's
college,
the problem.
I don't believe you're going to do it in the pros.
That's my issue. That's my issue with him too. Mendoza, though, I love that part about him. But to be fair, I want to talk about how we just brought him up because we're talking about the draft. But that Indiana team's just so well coached. They do everything perfect. Everybody's in the right position. There's 2 running backs. The defense. Dude, if Miami beats them, credit to them.
They do the fundamentals so dang well.
Malachi Tony
Signetti even said it after the first 3 drives. He goes, "Yeah, defense. If we were lined up right, they wouldn't have scored." And I'm like, "Damn, that's insane." And he wasn't wrong. Look, they shut him down from then on out.
Malachi Tony needs to get 4 touchdowns for them to have a shot in this game because I got news for you. Speaking of quarterbacks that college quarterback, I still don't like Carson Beck. It's insane that he keeps getting to play in college, bro. Go home, bro.
Dude, I know he can only throw the ball short.
Go home, bro.
They literally do not trust him to throw the ball.
Don't give me that. Remember 2 years ago when we were talking about oh yeah, he's gonna be a top 5. Carson Beck's terrible. Get him out of here. Go sell insurance, bro. I'm okay. Keep that dream alive, fella. You ain't play. I don't mean to be a rag on him, but I don't like when guys do this.
But Josh, one guy I think the Ravens that he would fit well with the Ravens is Ty Simpson.
No,
he's
not
him.
bad.
I think Alabama as a culture, dude, they have a culture problem. I don't think it's him.
No,
I
he's
thought
good player.
Simpson played well for not having a run game, dude. The shit he did was incredible.
No, I agree.
Think if you could land a guy like that in the mid first round, I would take that guy.
Oh no,
and say, hey, we're
I
gonna
don't
build something
think
around you and try it.
I don't think you're wrong, but my issue is not with that. Whatever they do with Lamar, if Lamar doesn't want to be here, go ahead, let him go. He's from Florida. I'm cool with that. I ain't even got beef with him if they get rid of him. I don't care. Not that he gives a crap if I care, but I'm like, let the dude do his thing. My thing is, I'm not even talking about Lamar. The team in general, regardless of what you do, you got a lot to fix. You do, even if you restructure his
Well,
contract.
but that's what I'm saying though. Why I think you have to start if that's on the table because you got a clear cap, right? To do this, the Ravens got to build depth, right? They have no depth on defense. Like one guy gets hurt, it's all over.
No.
You
Well,
know, and that's the NFL in general. But you think of even that Super Bowl team, like who they have started at linebacker that year?
Donnell
I mean, they
Ellerbe.
had Ray
They had
Lewis, they had
Ellerbe.
Darnell Ellerbe, but he wasn't even the original starter,
No,
right? And he came
no.
on the scene and started playing well. You had Pollard kind of stepped in, and he was a starter, but they constantly had different guys that could play roles.
No,
Right?
and Higginbotham
You
was a
had
great backup safety. He every time someone got hurt, popped in Ed Reed or him, and they didn't miss a beat.
Exactly, man. I think the biggest change is they went and got Tucker that could make kicks. And like I said, Joe Flacco got on a freaking heater.
He did. Look,
Like,
hey, you could say what you want.
and he
Flacco
used
got
the middle
on
of
a
the field and his tight
heater.
ends. And I mean, look, you had Ray Rice and Bernard Pierce.
But
Pierce, he was a beast. I thought, oh shit.
But this is a perfect segue into my point with the team. I'm just tired of every time with this team, it's we blame one person. The problem is they don't have winning players. They don't. Tom just named it. You know who Joe was throwing to, and they all stepped up in the playoffs. Go look at that playoff run. Bolden had like a historic he had like 500 yards and 400 yards and like
it was him, Dennis Pitta, and then Torrey
Pitta.
Smith.
There you go. Pitta opposed to Mark Andrews. What does Pitta do every time? He would make these tough catches. I believe in the New England game, he got absolutely like destroyed, but held onto the ball for a first down. The guy, winners, Torrey, was killing Champ Bailey in that playoff game. He kept us in the game. Him and Joe just throwing the ball up. Joe missed them 2 times in that game too. By the way, he could have had 2 more.
Do you ever think though? I'll tell you this. Sometimes I think the Ravens screwed. Well, the Ravens had their shot, Josh.
They did.
That's what we got to talk about. Their window was that AFC title game 2-3 years
ago. It was, and they did what they always do. Those players are not. That's my point. Those players aren't winners. They didn't make the plays in the big spots.
That was one of the greatest Ravens teams I think I damn near ever watched.
No, yeah. If you told your
top to bottom, it was insane.
If you told your team you were going to hold Kansas City to 17 points, you would have thought you won that game. Nope, didn't win it.
So. Well, that's what, like I said. I get it. This is a good debate. I'm not saying you're right. Either one of us is right or wrong. I'm always in the mindset because I think I'm a Packer fan, right? You have to start thinking of contingencies for quarterbacks. It's just the reality of the game, right? Think of the Falcons. Think of the Ravens right now. They really don't have a contingency beyond Lamar. And you have to wonder, like, well, what are you going to do, right? Because he clearly has shown this. This is fact.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot stay healthy, right? His legs are beat up, right? Like that. Those are two truths.
Okay,
whether anybody wants to like it or not.
Okay, well, allow me to rebuttal in this respect. The whole year you had a problem at guard. You did nothing about it. Your coach, he just said he's starting. We don't care, and he kept getting sacked and getting hurt, getting nicked up every game. You didn't help him in that way. You didn't even try to fix that the whole year. You just were like, hey, we have no one better. Which I'm sorry, Tom. Even if you think you don't have anyone better, you could try because he was terrible in pass blocking all year.
Yeah,
had a bad year.
But honestly, the Ravens. I'll be honest with you.
They
legitimately might not have anybody better. I hate to tell you.
Honestly, literally the year before too, he had a historically good season. I'm like, we can't go too. Like, I agree with you. I think he's getting long in the tooth because he's injured that up. But also, I got to be fair. It's not like it was 5 years ago he had a great season. He had like a ridiculously good season the year before when we could actually block people for half a second.
Yeah, but remember, when you start falling off the cliff in the NFL, it happens fast. Think of Aaron, right? Mm-hmm. I would argue, I think it was after that 2017 season, he really started to fall off the cliff.
No,
you could tell him just like his legs are just gone. And he still, like, look, he had 2 MVPs after it, Josh.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, but think, the one season was a COVID season, which I don't count because I'm like, dude, he was playing in no crowds and he was just able to, I think he was able to manipulate the cadence so much and just full defenses. I don't think that's a weird statistical year for them. Like, they scored 40-some points in the Metrodome and then
Yeah.
in the New Orleans Superdome without a crowd. Okay, that's impossible. That team's never done that in their history.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe so. And in 21, I think it's kind of more of the same, right? I think just there was a kind of turnover, or still that same, there's still some of that lingering COVID problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get to 2022, Josh. Aaron looked like shit, and he couldn't. He looked very old.
Okay,
Right?
so
You could tell, like, he can't extend the plays. So now think when you're building a team,
wait.
you gotta, like, right now, like, the cap and cash are a reality for the Ravens. Hey, we have all this tied up in Lamar and
Bro,
Roquan, right
bro.
now Matabuke, even if he might retire, but there's still dead money tied up in that.
Bro,
right?
we were talking.
Signed Hamilton.
We were talking about it the one day. They already re-signed him. They already re-signed Hamilton. But
if Lamar can't run, and see, the problem is they built this offense where I think they said, hey, well, Lamar can just run around. We don't need the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, as a head coach, I mean, shame on John Harbaugh. Emory Jones, when I saw him go in there, he did some good things. And it's like, you should be rotating those two. I mean, the Packers did it too, Josh. Think how long it took them to put Anthony Dalton in there. And Jordan Morgan, they kept screwing around. They're like, oh, he's not a left. He can play guard. The guy would just get destroyed. And they put him at left tackle to pass, and right tackle. He's been fine.
Now, Tom, you brought up an interesting thing, though, I want to get into. Because for me, I know it was only one game, but I see potential in this man. Malik Willis, see, that's where I'm like, okay, we are cooking here. I'm like, hey, I know he got hurt this year, but I still I see the vision. Listen, I get that one. To sign that man and then trade Lamar, get you some linemen and defensive players. See that? I know this is big fantasy, like goofy Madden crap, right? I'm just saying. Here's the other one I would like to kick the tires on.
But Josh, that frees it up, right? And I'm not saying like you are totally like
so you trade
giving up a generational player. Like, that's not.
Wait. Here, I got a better one for you because I really liked how he played this year. I know his stats sucked, and they have a new coach they're gonna have. Kick the tires on this one. You trade Lamar, you get your picks from Lamar, right? You go back to Tennessee and you go, hey, you're a new coaching staff. Do you really want Cam Ward? Because you know what? We'll take him off of your hands. We'll give you some first-round picks. We'll put him on the team. That's another one I would think about. Because I'm
exactly. Like, I think this offseason you're going to see some wild movement of quarterbacks because like one that's not going to be there.
If they did that, if they did what I just said, Tom, you would get no complaint on me because he's young. I love the way he throws the ball. He's a great leader.
Well,
I'd take that in a minute.
But here's a question, though. That's fantasy. That's Madden fantasy.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
100%. Would you be upset if the Ravens said, hey, we signed Willis and we draft the future?
No,
but you're able to offload a good chunk of Lamar's contract, and you got the picks to get the future, and you drafted a true.
I want to be honest with you. I don't blame them for doing any of this. Like, if they decide to get rid of him, I'm not going to be mad at them. My point is, like, I think you're just compounding a problem you already have with your team. So I think it's just going to be. I'm with them. Hey, I'm a fan of the team. I'll be there. I'll be like, hey, you went that way. I'll support you guys. We're going to try this young guy. Let's see what happens. I'll be ready for the growing pains. I'm like, this team, because here's the reality. If you do that, I have no faith in them doing anything next year. They're the Orioles. I'm like, let's just go 6-10 and get our other pick. If we do well, I'll be like, oh my God, look, we're 10-6. Holy crap, look what we did. It's like, my expectations will be extremely low, and that's fine. Like, I get it. The team's got a lot of holes. Cool. We're transitioning from, like, veteran players. All good. I'm a fan. I'm going to watch them either way. It's an interesting offseason for them. I will say that. It's going to be fun. The coaching thing for the fans, the one thing I will say is regardless of how the coach does next year, please don't do this thing where he has one season and we sit here and go, well, he sucks. We should have kept Harbaugh if he plays bad. Like Tom said, we might be having a new quarterback, new everything. This might just be a mess. So
you are going to have a new everything.
You can't blame him. Like, I can't. You got to give the coach time. Please give this coach like 3 years. Don't just say he's terrible off of 1 year, okay? Because I got a feeling this next year, even at its best, will be like a 9-8 season or something. as it looks right now. Let me see. Maybe the roster.
Josh, you never know, man.
No, when
I mean,
Harbaugh
Ben
came in,
Johnson
I
just turned
remember
around. What's it called?
when
Chicago.
Harbaugh came in, his first year, I saw the roster and I saw how Flacco could throw, and I knew they were going to be a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Okay, I remember that. Just watching them in the preseason, I was like, okay, they got depth, they're pretty good. That could happen, but I'm saying like everybody give this person a chance. Okay, you can't just poop like crap on them after one season. Let's give them time. Okay.
I think the Ravens, what they're going to do is they're going to get a young up and comer, and they're going to start like they did with Joe. It worked, right? Build it up. Because like getting some old savvy guy, that ain't going to help. I think this team, the window's closed.
No, never do that. Like no offense to Pittsburgh. At least the Ravens have like a vision. You guys just keep getting old guys, and you no offense to them, you guys have no shot at winning anything. You're not winning the Super Bowl. No one's dumb. I'm like, no one's like, sorry, give you no hope.
Seriously, you could be Pittsburgh right now.
It's my point.
That is
like,
honestly, that roster is a disaster.
That's why when any of their fans talk trash, I'm like, guys, you're in like purgatory. You have no vision right now. It's just we're gonna barely make the playoffs or not make it, and then lose in the first round.
The guy who the prove it quarterback deal.
That's what Seattle was for. Remember before Russell Wilson left? That last like 3 years with him, it was just like, well, you guys ain't gonna win nothing. You just make the playoffs and lose. That's it. It's like the most. You don't get a good pick because you win too many games, but you're not gonna. You can't really win anything. So it's like, what is the point of this? Are we gonna even like try to be Super Bowl champs? Like, I don't understand what the hell we're doing. You know.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say anything definitive. I really don't know what they're doing. I just think it's gonna be fun off-season watch because I have no idea what's going on with the Ravens. I'm sure we're gonna have a bunch of reports and all this crap. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This draft, from a quarterback standpoint, is not my favorite, but there's a lot of good players. It'll be interesting. We'll get into that in another show. I'm not gonna get it. I gotta see who's coming out too. I don't know. So we'll see.
All I'm going to say is this with the quarterbacks. I think anymore what it's come down to is you need a guy that can run a system. You know.
I think they're all going to be successful.
You need winners and stuff, right? I think there's some in this draft.
Successful, yeah.
And also there's some where the talent's there, right? Like,
dude.
I said, like a Ty Simpson. I think it's.
Dude,
he's smart to come out. I think
Dude, I think they all have talent.
Carson Beck actually might not be the worst backup in the NFL of all time. He could be like a Mitch Trubisky, right?
Dude, my thing is never like with those quarterbacks. I think they all have talent. The thing, like I always say, you can't quantify like how hard they're going to work. That's the only thing. That's what makes it hard.
I think I know one guy that's going to work hard. I think that Mendoza kid, he's kind of like Cam Ward. It's like, dude, you want a culture builder? That's the guy.
I do think so. Right? I think he's going to get the most out of his talent out of anyone because he's just going to work hard. I agree with you. I totally agree.
What I like about Josh,
he
stretches the field, and he is pinpoint accurate.
He's very coachable.
You cannot, really nobody can argue that with him. Watch last night.
No, and he's a big kid.
He put all those balls up high when he was throwing them downfield.
He's a big kid,
receivers could put their arms up high, catch the damn ball every freaking time.
His
receivers are legit.
He's a big dude, too. Thing. He's a really big dude, too. He's very, very durable. At least it looks like it. You never know.
Yeah. But, hey, I will say this. Based on what happens with the Packers-Bears, we might be having a fun. I don't think Matt LaFleur is going to get fired, but I'm going to tell you, I think that coaching situation is going to be, like, super interesting.
How funny would it be if they hired Harbaugh at left? Who's the Harbaughs of the Packers?
Well, Green Bay's in a situation, right? If you don't believe in LaFleur, you got to go get the dude. Like, that's going to, like kind of what the Broncos did when they fired John Fox and they hired Kubiak.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. You cannot screw around with.
Speaking of the Packers,
we're going to build a culture. It's like, no, you need to build a guy that's just going to demand the most out of his players.
Tom, what do you think about?
Right?
Let's go right into it. What do you think about the playoff games this weekend? What's got you excited? Let's go. Let's look at the future here.
Obviously, my Packers and Bears are my rivalry, and I think the Packers stand a chance.
I do too. I think it's a good one.
Philly, I'd be really worried. I just don't. They don't do well with them.
Yeah.
It's a clean slate. That's all I'm going to say. I think there's a lot of pessimistic Packer fans out there right now. You know what? This team was projected to be a Super Bowl contender without Micah Parsons. They've battled through injuries. I get it. Every team has. You know what they still got? They got Jordan Love. They've got Josh Jacobs. They got Xavier McKinney. All these guys are fresh.
Yep. They got two.
Right? There ain't no excuses. It's time to get on a heater. The Bears' defense sucks. They can't stop a nosebleed. Okay? It's time. That's the game of the week in my eyes. I think it could truly. I say that it might change. Who knows? Carolina, the first game, Carolina, LA might be the game of the week. I'm looking forward to seeing Aaron in the playoffs one more time. I really do hope he can do it. I just think that's a juggernaut, and I think we've talked about Houston's defense, but you know what, man? I would love to see Aaron play just a good game.
I agree.
And just show everybody how good he is.
I agree.
So,
I think Buffalo and Jacksonville will be fun, too.
Yeah, the Buffalo-Jacksonville game might be good, too. I guess.
I want to see that. For me is like legitimately, are the Jaguars a good team? Because I'm still skeptical, and I feel like Buffalo's going to give you the best shots at the playoffs. Josh is going to play really, really well, and same James Cook too. James Cook's been good all year. I think we're going to see if they beat them. See, I don't do this crap either with the quarterbacks. Okay, I'm like, Josh, it's not going to be his fault if they lose. That defense is not that good. If the Jaguars play really well like they've been playing, I'm going to be like, okay, maybe they got some gas here. Because like Tom said, this field's not tough. If they show me they can keep playing at that level they played the last 3 weeks.
If Buffalo wins that game, I want to say that it might be Buffalo's time.
Oh, I completely disagree unless Houston gets beat. Because Houston owns them. They will.
But you never know. I don't trust Houston in the divisional round. They've never made it out of there. They always choked on something there.
I would agree with you, but the last 4 years, Buffalo does not play. Josh plays terrible against that team. I think he's going to have a bad game if he plays them.
I agree, but you know what? You never know. Look at
no. I agree with that
the
too.
Ravens and the Packers are the same way.
I agree with that too. I totally. Hey,
I think I'd be curious just with
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rooting for.
I do believe in this, Josh. Sometimes I believe it's just destiny. Sometimes in these weird years.
No, and I would totally.
This is an opportunity for the Bills.
I would totally agree with you if they were playing better. Right now, I don't see the team's not playing that. I'm not even. Josh is fine. I know he's gonna bring it, and James Cook. The rest of that team, that defense scares the hell out of me because they have games where they look good, and then they have games where I'm like, guys, are you even coming to play today? What the fuck are we doing right now?
I wonder if the NFL has now become. It really isn't, and it has nothing to do anymore with how hot you're playing. It's truly just how healthy your team is, and. Just to be I actually would argue I'm not.
Well, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I am rooting for them.
I'm not mad about the way Green Bay did it. It's stupid. It pisses as a guy who played football, I hate it. We're just gonna back into the playoffs and hope we win.
Can I be 100% honest with you though? I'm 100% rooting for the Bills because I've always had a soft spot for them because they're kind of everyone I like their fans. They're goofy and funny, but also they've been a team four Super Bowl losses is so sad, and I like this team's grittiness, and I like Josh. I want him to have success. I really do. Same reason I root for Houston. I love defense, so I root for them. But we'll see. It's especially this year. It's a wild card. I have no idea who's coming out of these conferences. But even the Patriots, I'm like, they're good, and the Broncos, but I'm like, I don't know. They're
not invincible.
No.
It's not the...
In fact, the Broncos, I think me and you talked about it. It's not their defense. I'm scared of Bo Nix because he plays well, but sometimes some of these decisions he makes in the middle of a game, I'm like, bro, why? Don't lose the game.
Dude, against the Packers had 4 picks against them, and they couldn't just hold
on. So I'm like, Bo Nix scares the hell out of me. I'm like, And then I'm going to
think about this. The Packers were leading by 2 scores. Mm-hmm. And then it just all the injuries and just chaos happened.
And I think you said this, Tom.
That team looked like a JV football squad. The defense that everybody was like, oh, this defense is one of the best in the past 10 years.
And Tom,
Jacksonville did the same thing.
And Tom, I think
they went in there and shoved it up their ass.
Tom, I think you said this too about the Patriots, and we were joking about it one day. My issue with them is they have played nobody all year. They're 14-3 because their schedule was. So what is that? I want to see how you deal with playing 2 decent teams in a row because I feel like the second game, I'll give them the Charger game because I feel like it's going to be hard for the Chargers because their line's just a mess. Poor Justin Herbert's just back there getting killed. But the second game, now here's the thing though, caveat, like Tom said, 1 game, always tough, and Jim Harbaugh is a really good coach, so their defense can play. So yeah, you just got to keep it close and pull it out the end.
Playoffs are a different animal.
It is.
I've watched too much of it. You
Well, that
know,
to Tom's.
it's win or go home. It's none of this anymore. I think the NFL and regular season's gotten too scientific. The NFL and postseason, man, like I said, nobody knows too. Like think of Matt LaFleur. He might be playing for his job.
Yep. To Tom's credit
Right?
too.
Desperation makes people do things and play better, and you just never know. But I think it'll be fun.
Bills Mafia, let's go Bills Mafia.
A bunch of trash ass games.
See, we don't all hate you guys. All the Ravens fans don't hate you guys. Go Bills Mafia. Let's go. Houston, bring that defense. 49ers, Eagles, that's going to be a crazy one too because it's like with the Eagles, who's going to show up?
I mean, honestly, I really hope Philly knocks San Francisco off because San Francisco is going to find a way to be in its title game.
Yeah, probably.
Somehow.
Probably. Yeah. The Brock Purdy. Look, and I honestly, we haven't talked about it a lot. I think Brock Purdy has finally settled into being he's a very good quarterback. The hype thing's finally down. Remember when they were like every week they were like, he's the top 5 quarterback? I'm like, no, he's not. He's finally like in that 12 to
Seattle made him look pretty pedestrian.
Yeah, he's in that 12 to 15 to like 8 range like of quarterback.
He's just amazing. He knows how to call the game. That's all it really is.
He is good. I never said he wasn't, but me and Tom, our point of contention was everybody's trying to put him up there as like the best quarterback. I'm like, guys, come on, bro.
Oh no, he's not.
Relax. He's
well,
good.
Just in general, like I said, I think San Francisco might steal one, but you just go like, dude, they have no business being in the playoffs yet. They're there.
Yeah.
They won 12 games.
It's going to be
the
fun.
Schedule this year was weird.
And I got news for you, Tom. Your Packers, I think they got a really good shot. Because the Bears are feeling themselves right now, and I'm like, you guys get very lucky. We'll see. I'm interested.
I think they're scared.
I'm interested in seeing. I'm gonna watch closely in this game because they do it a lot, and it almost costs them in these games. Like last game, it cost them. You take the ball out of 25's hands in big spots. I don't know why. You want to let Caleb run around, and he starts not getting that drive before the Lions came down last week and kicked the field goal to win. You threw 3 straight plays instead of running the ball. I don't know what you guys were doing. I don't know. Gave him the ball back. Let him win the game. I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, no. Ben Johnson doesn't know when to not be cute. I think
Monangai,
he tries to act like he's Dan Campbell, but
Monangai is really good.
He's just a nerd.
He's
just a nerd, man. He doesn't know how to play physical football.
So, 25's a bear, bro. You gotta give that man the ball. Give him the ball.
I agree. Because you know what? I think the Packers are gonna, with the health. Josh Jacobs has been sitting for 4 weeks. You don't think he's gonna get a full of carries?
He's ready. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Tonight's the night, man. Let's go.
All right, man.
All right, bro. I'm reading for the Pack too. Go Pack, go. Bills Mafia. Let's go. It's what we want now. Ravens are out. We want it. I'm just rooting for the Bills because, come on, guys, leaving the stadium. What a great way to leave it. Let's go. Put the banner up. Bills up instead of Fins up, just to piss off the Miami fans. Because screw you guys. I don't care. Dan Marino ain't coming out of retirement. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Enjoy the playoffs. Likes as always are appreciated. Subscribe for more of our content. And as always, Tom, they lost, so we can't say that now.
I don't know if I can say Roll Tide. Anchor down anymore.
Hoosier down.
Go Indiana.
Peace. I'm out. Bye.